Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and into my home. So today's the big day that I've been waiting for. It's the day that we're putting up my Christmas tree. If you've been following along, I'm restyling my Christmas tree from a traditional red, gold, and green over to dark green, gold, white, and black. I'm excited to see how this all turns out. When I was trying to come up with a name of the style that I'm going with, I imagined it to be a rustic glam style. However, now that I've put the tree up, I'm not so sure that that's the correct name. So as I'm putting this tree up, could you leave me a message telling me what you would call this style? Alright, so what I'm doing here is fluffing the branches of my balsam hill tree. This is a 9-foot tree and it has reel-like tips. And towards the center of the tree, it has those traditional fluffy tinsel type limbs. You want to stand those straight up so that they fill the center of the tree and that you don't see the metal trunk. I stand mine up and out and I fan them out like a rainbow shape. This tree automatically lights up when you snap the two poles together. This saves you from messing with all those pesky plugs. Once I get the tree up and fluffed, I like to add a couple of strands of twinkle lights. Now my balsam hill tree has plenty of lights. However, I like to have a little bit of twinkle in the center of the tree because it gives the tree depth. Let me show you the difference between the two. This right here is what the tree looks like without the twinkle lights in it. It's still very pretty, but when I add in the twinkle lights, it just gives it a little extra specialness to the tree. The twinkle lights that I get only twinkle every 5th bulb or so. So what I mean by that is not every bulb on the strand twinkles, only a few. I like that so that way I don't see an obvious pattern of the on and off of the twinkle. Alright, so I've laid out all the ornaments that I'll be putting on the tree. If you missed the shopping haul that I did, I'll link that above and at the end of this video. In that haul, I talk about everything that I got, where I got it from, and how much it cost. So I'm not really going to be doing that here today. Today I'm just going to be decorating the tree. I want to take a second and thank all of you who have sent me Christmas cards. I love seeing the photos of your families and your handwritten letters. I always feel so blessed when I open my P.O. box. Alright, so if you watched last Christmas video, I showed you how I put 2 balls together for added interest. This really works great in this tree because that green ball would get lost in the tree, but the gold ball helps it stand out. And you'll notice that I also did the same thing with the green velvet ribbon. I added a gold ribbon behind that velvet ribbon to help it stand out from the tree. Remember these little teardrop silver ornaments? They're not the prettiest ornaments, but that's okay because I use them to put into the center of my tree to help capture the twinkle lights, and it reflects it throughout the tree. When you put these in, you want them to dangle, not get caught up in the branches, because it's the dangle that helps it to catch the light. So now I'm putting on all the hooks so that I can quickly go around and just stick it in the center of the tree. Alright, so now I'm going to add in those doubled up green and gold ornaments. And you're going to see that I'm also putting these ornaments towards the center of the tree. Everything that you see me putting on the tree before the ribbon, I'm sticking towards the center of the tree. You don't want to forget that area because it's important to give the tree depth. If you don't do that, then it's going to look like you've plastered a bunch of things onto the tips of your tree, and that's really not a good look. While I'm filming this, you'll see several lighting changes. We have a storm rolling in here, so in just a minute it's going to get pretty dark before the light comes back out. But just stick to the end and see how beautiful this tree turns out. Alright, so once I get in all those center ornaments, then I go ahead and I put the ribbon onto my tree. Now last year I did a whole different type of ribbon pattern, so if you're looking for good ribbon videos, I'll link that one down in my description box. But this ribbon I wanted to feel more grand. It is a 2-inch green velvet ribbon, and like I said, in order for it to stand out from the green tree, I added the gold glitter ribbon behind it. I did end up alternating 2 different gold ribbons for added interest.
Here we are, a cold December night, snowflakes fall, wonderful, magical, it's that time when everybody smiles, eyes are shining bright. I still remember how I used to feel. Look at us now, walking around.
After I place the ribbon where I want it, then I pull them apart so that I can see both ribbons.
Christmas way. Soon there will be sleigh bells and Santa Claus. It's the number one most magical time of the year. Mistletoe hanging everywhere.
So do you remember these glass beaded picks that I love so much? These really pop off the dark green tree. When I add these into the tree, I place them where I think that I want them, and then I go back and I tweak them. That way it gives me time to stand back and be sure that I have them all in the right place before I take the extra time to adjust everything.
Look at us now, walking around in the snow. We do it in a very Christmas way. Soon
Remember those pretty pine cones that I took right off the tree at Cracker Barrel? Well, here they are, and I'm going to go ahead and put them on the tree. A lot of you commented, curious how these large pine cones and the large green balls were going to look on the tree. Well, here you go. Alright, so this is early the next morning. You can see that it's still storming outside, but at least I have light. The fan is moving up there, by the way, from the wind. Anyways, I just threw yesterday's clothes back on and I jumped right back into the video. But we don't have much more to do now. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding in more decorative ornaments. You stick these more at the tips of the tree. I think of them more as jewelry for the tree. I got these star-shaped ornaments a few years back at Pier 1, and I think that they'll look really nice in this year's tree. And I'm going to be adding in these white ceramic ornaments, putting them in places where they can be seen. Okay, so here's a quick look at what the tree is looking like so far. I think everything looks nice, but I may need to add one more thing. But before I do that, I like to check to be sure that everything is balanced. When you're dealing with contrasting colors, you need to be sure that everything is evenly placed on the tree. If you have too much light on one side and dark on the other, then the tree will feel heavy on one side. So I like to be sure that everything is balanced before I finish off the tree. So I'm going to go through and be sure that everything looks balanced, and then I'll share with you what I'm going to be using for this year's tree skirt. Okay, so I just got these picks out of the Christmas containers. I didn't think that I was going to be using them for this year's tree, so I didn't pull them out before. But I do think that this tree needs one more thing for added interest. So I'm going to go ahead and add these picks into the tree. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and move the tree back into the corner. This tree is very heavy. I wish that I could push it, but when I do, it begins to tip. So I'm going to go ahead and go behind it and gently pull it towards me. Alright, for this year's tree skirt, I'm going to be using the Christmas blanket that I bought last year for my master bedroom. The color matches the velvet ribbon perfectly, which also matches the pillows that I'll be showing you on the couch. I'm just going to go ahead and drape it around the tree stand, and then I'll fix the fringe. Alright, before I reveal the full look of the tree, let me show you the pillows and a couple of new throws that I bought for the living area. Now these are pillow covers that I bought last year from Amazon. They're just the covers. I put my own pillows in them. I love the color. It goes so well with the tree. And then over here on my brass blanket ladder that I got from the Studio McGee line at Target, I have this beautiful green, black, and cream blanket. I bought this from Joann's Fabric. I love the masculine feel of it, and the colors fit my scheme perfectly. And to go underneath it, I bought this camel color throw from Target. It is soft and cozy, and I love the way that these two colors play off of each other. Okay, so here's a full reveal of the Christmas tree, starting from the blanket that I turned into the skirt. See how well that the green blanket matches with the green velvet ribbon? It just looks so beautiful together, almost as if it was meant to be together. I love all these calm colors together. I wasn't expecting the tree to feel so glamorous this year. I was actually going for more of a rustic look, but when I laid out all the decor together, I really wanted to add in more gold than I originally planned. And in doing that, it transitioned my style more into a woodsy glam feel. Now I say woodsy because of the pine cones and the green color. But you tell me what you think this style would be called. Now, once I get the TV console decorated next Sunday, it may read more rustic since I'll be using those black iron reindeer for stocking holders, but we'll see. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you'll be back next Sunday to watch me decorate my console table. I don't have a mantle, so I'll be transitioning my console table into a makeshift mantle. And if you like this video, would you please give me a big thumbs up? It lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content. And don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you get reminded every time I post a new video. At the end of this video, I linked last year's Christmas decor videos. If you haven't seen those, I would suggest seeing those to compare just how different this year's decor is from last year. I will see you again next week. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.